Let us begin in prayer as we turn within, close our eyes, and bring our attention to ultimate reality. The awareness that there is only one universal intelligence, life, love, peace, and that life is God. And realizing that this infinite universal presence is our life. I consciously affirm the fulfillment of a great humanitarian purpose here today, which is nothing less than the eradication of suffering and the flourishing of happiness for all beings everywhere. I claim that today's prayers, meditations, and visions for a better life and song lift us into a high, sustained state of heart coherence, of deep inner peace, knowing that that is all that is required of us in order to be great instruments of a new earth, an earth in which peace, love, compassion, wisdom, harmony, and good of every kind flourish. Justice as well. We give thanks for the powerful, powerful upleveling of human consciousness taking place here today as we join others all across the planet and simultaneously read together the World Healing Meditation. So I give my thanks for the manifestation of greater happiness and good for everyone everywhere. I enthusiastically release this word into the universal creative medium, the law of mind, and I say this or something better. It is done, and together we say, and so it is. And so would you all find your papers that say World Healing Meditation? Okay. And it has a front and a back to it by John Randolph Price. We're going to be reading it together with Dwayne after we hear the gong.
In the beginning. In the beginning, God.
In the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth.
And God said, "Let there be light," and there was light. Now is the time of the new beginning. I am a co-creator with God, and it is a new heaven that comes as the goodwill of God is expressed on earth through me. It is the kingdom of light, love, peace, and understanding. And I am doing my part to reveal its reality. I begin with me. I am a living soul, and the Spirit of God dwells within me as me. I and Spirit are one, and all that the Spirit has is mine. In truth, I am the light of God. What is true of me is true of everyone, for God is all, and all is God. I see only the Spirit of God in every soul, and to every man, woman, child on earth I say, I love you, for you are me. You are my holy self. I now open my heart and let the pure essence of unconditional love pour out. I see it as a golden light radiating from the center of my being, and I feel its divine vibration and through me, above and below me. I am one with the light. I am fulfilled with the light. I am illumined by the light. I am the light of the world. With purpose of mind, I send forth the light. I let the radiance go before me to join the other lights. I know this is happening all over the world at this moment. I see the merging lights. There is now one light. There are the light of the world. The one light of love, peace, and understanding is moving. It flows across the face of the earth, touching and illuminating every soul in the shadow of the illusion. And where there was darkness, there is now the light of reality. And the radiance grows, permeating, saturating every form of life. There is only the vibration of one perfect life now. All the kingdoms of the earth respond, and the planet is alive with light and love. There is total oneness, and in this oneness we speak the word. Let the sense of separation be dissolved. Let humankind be returned to Godkind. Let peace come forth in every mind. Let love flow forth from every heart. Let forgiveness reign in every soul. Let understanding be in the common bond. And now from the light of the world, the one presence and power of the universe responds. The activity of God is healing and harmonizing planet Earth. Omnipotence is made manifest. I am seeing the salvation of the planet before my very eyes, as all false beliefs and error patterns are dissolved. The essence of separation is no more. The healing has taken place, and the world is restored to sanity. This is the beginning of peace on earth and goodwill towards all, as love flows forth from every heart, forgiveness reigns in every soul, and all hearts and minds are one in perfect understanding. It is done, and so it is.
Now we're going to do a clearing with Om. So I invite you all to close your eyes if you feel so called. And we're we're going to chant Om together. Now, as you're chanting, I'm going to invite you to focus on the different chakras. So you're just going to kind of keep chanting Om and, focus your awareness, your attention. What? It's distracting me. I'm sorry.
He's recording.
I can't get this thing on.
Pretty much.
Just talk into it. All right. She had told me this ahead of time. All right. So we're going to focus. I invite you, as you're oming, I'm just going to say crown chakra, third eye between your eyebrows, throat chakra, heart chakra, solar plexus, kind of your core in the very center, sacral chakra, a little lower, and then root chakra, sort of at your tailbone. And just, you don't have to think anything in particular, just focus your awareness on those areas as we're chanting Om. Okay? Just make sure. All right. Focus your awareness on your crown chakra. Now focus on your third eye area. Focus on your throat chakra. Focus on your heart chakra. Focus on your solar plexus. Focus on your sacral chakra. Focus on your root chakra. And so it is. Namaste.
A vision for world leaders. I see a world where our politicians are striving to tell the truth and focused on what is good for the people they serve. I see them refusing to participate in slander, mudslinging, or anything that would or could cause harm or hurt to another person. I see a government where all parties work together for the good of the people, regardless of party affiliation. I envision a government where each politician fulfills his or her office with dignity, honor, and integrity, doing their best to be an effective public servant. I see a government that respects all people and finds ways to balance the budget with taxes collected in a way that is fair to all people and businesses, and spending money on programs that support peace, education, healthcare, social justice, and programs that promote the general welfare of all citizens. I see faith and trust in our government restored. I see qualified political heroes who are people of honor, serving as examples for our young people to look up to. I see those of our children and grandchildren who choose to be politicians, being a blessing and fulfilling their duties towards democracy and their constituency with integrity and honor. I see us standing tall and proud as we tell others that our child, grandchild, niece, nephew, etc., has decided to enter politics to make this world, or this, a better world to live in. I claim this as a reality now, where all people and all races are living together in peace and harmony, thanks to the realization of this vision.
A vision for the Earth's environment. We envision ourselves living in a world where there is free energy for all, from the sun, the winds, the waters, the geothermal reservoirs, and other clean sources that are harnessed efficiently by use of brilliant inventions that are fully operational. This free energy is being used to light and heat our homes, fuel our cars, run our appliances and machines, cook our foods, manufacture our goods and products, and so forth. All of our energy systems are now clean, non-polluting, and 100% sustainable. We see a world where Mother Earth is thriving, where all the waters everywhere are pure and clean, where all the plants and animals who dwell in and around the water are living their lives happily, healthfully, and joyfully, where all who depend upon the water for their leisure or their livelihood is grateful for the abundance they enjoy, where the skies are true, blue and clear, and where every breath we breathe is sweet, vibrant, and life-supporting, where the land, everywhere we go, everywhere we look, is pristine and pulsating with life. where the trees are radiant and beautiful, the farms and gardens flourishing with fruits and foods of all kinds in all places, where the animals, both wild and domestic, are respected, where the people are honoring and caring for one another in every land, in every home, in every way, and where Mother Earth herself is tended to like a garden, where her beauty is celebrated always, where her beaches, her deserts, her pastures and prairies, her meadows and mountaintops are sacred to all who walk there, and where her highest good is considered and honored.
A vision for wellness. We see a world where wellness is the natural state, where humanity has realized oh so clearly that we are wise to hold a vision of ourselves and others in the highest light, happy, healthy, vibrant, joyous, creative, and living our calling to the fullest. We see a world where supporting health through a holistic approach is the primary focus for medical professionals. The use of drugs is now replaced by technologies that use vibratory frequencies to balance the body. We see new technologies of energy medicine working hand in hand with spiritual professionals who use the healing power of light and love from spirit and teach patients affirmative prayer, visioning, meditation, and other kinds of spiritual healing methods. This is a world where we are all living in peak health because that is all we are putting our attention on. A vision for our education. We envision a world where all people in all lands, from the youngest to the oldest, to the poorest to the richest, the weakest to the strongest, the meekest to the loudest and proudest, have fully realized that our thoughts are the forerunners of our experiences, where we know that everything we say and do is preceded by our thoughts, and where everyone understands without any contradiction whatsoever that tomorrow's world depends on today's thoughts. We see schools set up to teach these empowering principles to our children from kindergarten on up. We see your thoughts create your world, replacing run, spot, run, and see Dick and Jane in the earliest books. We see entire curriculums based upon right thinking, thinking that serves us, thinking that will give us the results that we're looking for. And we see meditation and positive mind control techniques taught in schools so that now our attention is no longer taken over by the constant tape loop, insane internal dialogue of the past. Instead, now it is self-directed, directed by our creative impulses, directed by our love for life and our responsibility to create a new world for our children. And finally, we see humanity having created a magnificent, abundant world for ourselves because we have assessed our power by realizing that our future and our thoughts are directly related to one another. Everywhere we are awakened and standing strong in our power because our thoughts no longer choose us. We choose our thoughts. The reality that you create is up to you.
A vision for right livelihood. I have a vision of the world where every human being is really creating from his or her heart and soul, manifesting heart-based businesses or individual professions without grind, fear, or anxiety. Streams of passion arise from every career on earth. As you step into your calling, all things open up for you, and the way is made clear for you to do that which you have come here to do. And now a vision for artists and musicians. I envision a world where all artists and musicians are working and where their place in our society regains the prominence it once had. Worldwide, I envisioned every country and its government, public agencies, and corporations stepping up to the plate and restoring artists and their work to its highest quality so that it can envelop each one of us with renewal and admiration for the life experiences that the art expresses. Each and every day of our lives, may art and music restore our faith in each other, enrich our visions, our ideas, and contributions for the highest good of all. We are moving from a paradigm where time is money to a paradigm where time is art as we create our world. We envision living in a world where people everywhere have learned to bless their endeavors, their projects, their creative works before even starting out. When the carpenter blesses the house before he drives the first nail, where the computer expert blesses the day's work before striking the first key, where the teacher blesses the students, the lumberjack blesses the trees, the farmer blesses the land, the leader blesses the people, and the soldier blesses the enemy before setting out for the day. We see a world where each and every one of us has experienced problems being solved, obstacles overcome, solutions found, and great works completed because we have learned to bless our work in advance. We see everyone having seen the direct relationship between blessing and achieving success. Accordingly, we see a world full of happy people because we have all risen to our highest calling right now that we are remembering to bless our endeavors in advance. About the light that shines within you, when you are waking up each day, may your first thought be to intend that that light shines forth into the world, knowing that light itself is a magnet for all good things. A vision for working with love. I see a world where everyone realizes that the work they do with love in their hearts provides value beyond measure to individuals and society at large. Khalil Gibran expresses this ideal so well in The Prophet. And what is it to work with love? It is to weave the cloth with threads drawn from your heart, even as if your beloved were to wear that cloth. It is to build a house with affection, even as if your beloved were to dwell in that house. It is to sow seeds with tenderness and reap the harvest with joy, even as if your beloved were to eat the fruit. It is to charge all things you fashion with a breath of your own spirit. You create a world that is always in support of you.
A vision for relationships. We see a world where people enter into loving relationships because they are intending to help and support each other in fulfilling their mutual and individual dreams. We have evolved to the point where we understand that relationships may or may not last for the whole of one's life. When it is time to move on, couples do so with love and understanding. A vision for friendship. We envision a world where our first inclination, upon meeting someone new, is to being friends with them. We see a world where this is made possible because we have learned to truly care for one another, and where we have all realized that our highest and best interests and our friends' highest and best interests are one and the same. In this way, friendships abound in our lives. As a result of our many friendships, we have begun to come together in larger circles and communities. Indeed, our coming together and our community making are keys to all that we seek, for it has provided us with peace in our hearts and as well as peace in our world. And all this has happened because we started out by making friends.
Who we are in truth. We are the light. We are the light of the world. We are the answer to prayer, each and every one of us. Simply by being here today and showing our support for a new earth, for a new vision to be made manifest. And so take a moment and give thanks to yourself and give thanks to everybody who's gathered here today in this circle. And let's also give thanks to all the other light workers all over the planet who are joining us today as well. And realizing that it takes only a small group to create a tipping point. This has been proven over and over again. And so knowing that we are that tipping point in consciousness that is shifting everything in a direction of greater happiness, greater peace, greater joy, greater compassion, greater love, greater harmony, greater good of every kind. And so let us now prepare ourselves to sing one of our favorite songs, which is Imagine by John Lennon.